Question number 1. Which of the following is not a common biometric modality used for authentication? A. Fingerprint. B. Facial recognition. C. Password. D. Iris scan. The answer is C. Password. While passwords are often used for authentication, they are not considered a biometric modality. Biometrics rely on unique physical or behavioral characteristics of an individual, whereas passwords are knowledge-based and can be shared, forgotten, or stolen. Here's a detailed description of each option. A. Fingerprint. This is a very common biometric modality. Fingerprints are unique to each individual and offer a high level of security. They are widely used in smartphones, laptops, and other devices for authentication. B. Facial recognition. This is another popular biometric modality. Facial recognition systems analyze the unique features of your face to identify you. While not as secure as fingerprints, it can be convenient and is increasingly used in applications like unlocking smartphones and accessing buildings. C. Password. This is a traditional method of authentication that relies on knowledge of a secret code. Passwords can be easily guessed, stolen, or forgotten, making them less secure than biometric modalities. D. Iris scan. This biometric modality analyzes the unique patterns in the iris of your eye. It offers a high level of security and is often used in high-security environments like airports and government facilities. Question number 2. What makes biometric authentication a more secure method compared to traditional password systems? A. Biometric data is easily hackable. B. Biometric data cannot be changed if compromised. C. Biometric data is stored in plain text. The correct answer is B. Biometric data cannot be changed if compromised. Biometric authentication is considered a more secure method compared to traditional password systems for several reasons. Unlike passwords, which can be forgotten, stolen, or shared, biometric data such as fingerprints, iris scans, or facial recognition cannot be easily duplicated or altered. Once compromised, a password can be changed, but biometric data is unique to each individual and cannot be modified. This uniqueness makes it a more secure form of authentication. Additionally, biometric data is not typically stored in plain text, making it harder for hackers to access and misuse the information. While biometric authentication may take slightly longer than entering a password, the increased security it provides is often worth the trade-off in time. Question number 3. Which biometric modality is known for its high accuracy and is commonly used in forensic investigations? A. Retina scan. B. Voice recognition. C. DNA matching. D. Fingerprint. The correct answer is D. Fingerprint. Detailed description of answers. A. Retina scan. While highly accurate, retina scans are not commonly used in forensic investigations due to the requirement of specialized equipment and the relatively invasive nature of the process. B. Voice recognition. Voice recognition technology, while improving, still faces challenges with accuracy, especially in noisy environments or with variations in tone and accent. Additionally, voice can be easily imitated, making it less reliable for forensic identification. C. DNA matching. DNA is undoubtedly the most accurate biometric modality, but it requires biological samples and sophisticated analysis, making it time-consuming and not always feasible in all forensic scenarios. D. Fingerprint. Fingerprints are widely considered the gold standard in forensic investigations due to several factors. High accuracy. Fingerprint patterns are unique to each individual and remain relatively stable throughout life, offering high accuracy for identification. Ease of collection. Fingerprints can be readily collected from crime scenes or suspects without specialized equipment. Large databases. Extensive fingerprint databases exist, allowing for efficient comparison and identification of individuals. Established technology. Fingerprint analysis is a well-established forensic technique with standardized procedures and accepted protocols. Therefore, while other modalities offer advantages, fingerprints remain the most commonly used and reliable biometric tool in forensic investigations due to their unique combination of accuracy, ease of use, and established infrastructure. Question number 4. Which biometric modality is known for its high accuracy and uniqueness? A. voice recognition, B. retina scan, C. hand geometry, D. signature dynamics? The answer is B. retina scan. Retina scans are highly accurate and unique due to the complex patterns of blood vessels in the retina. It's considered more unique than fingerprints, although less widely used due to equipment requirements and invasiveness. Here's a breakdown of the options and why they are or are not the most accurate and unique biometric modality. A. Voice recognition. While improving, voice recognition still faces accuracy challenges due to factors like environment and individual variations. It also lacks uniqueness as voices can be mimicked. C. Hand geometry. Hand geometry offers decent accuracy and is non-invasive, but its uniqueness is less than fingerprints or retinas, making it less reliable for high-security applications. D. Signature dynamics. This analyzes how you sign, not what you sign. While it can be unique, it's susceptible to forgery and can be affected by factors like fatigue or injury. Therefore, while all options offer some level of accuracy and uniqueness, retina scans stand out for their exceptional combination of both, making them ideal for high-security identification scenarios. Question number 5. True or false? Biometric authentication systems are immune to spoofing attacks. A. True. B. False. The answer is B. False. Biometric authentication systems are not immune to spoofing attacks. While some biometrics are more resistant than others, all modalities can be targeted by spoofing techniques. These techniques involve presenting fake biometric data, such as a high-resolution photo for facial recognition or a mold for fingerprints, to trick the system into granting access. Here are some reasons why biometrics are not immune to spoofing. Technological advancements. As technology evolves, so do the capabilities of spoofing attacks. Deepfakes for facial recognition and 3D printed fingerprints are just some examples of increasingly sophisticated techniques. Human error. Even with advanced liveness detection measures, human error in designing, implementing, or using the system can create vulnerabilities. Social engineering. Attackers can use social engineering tactics to trick users into revealing their biometric data or assisting with spoofing attempts. Question number 6. What is the main advantage of biometric authentication over traditional password-based systems? A. Increased security. B. Lower cost. C. Faster authentication. D. Easier to remember. The main advantage of biometric authentication over traditional password-based systems is A. Increased security. Here's why. Uniqueness. Biometric traits like fingerprints, iris scans, and facial features are unique to each individual, making them much harder to steal or replicate compared to passwords. Less susceptible to phishing. Biometrics eliminate the need for remembering and entering passwords, which can be vulnerable to phishing attacks. Multi-factor authentication. Biometric systems can be combined with other authentication factors like PINs or tokens for additional security layers. Reduced human error. Weak passwords and password fatigue are common issues with passwords, while biometrics are less prone to human error. While other options offer some benefits. Lower cost. Password-based systems might have lower initial setup costs, but biometric systems can be cost-effective in the long run due to reduced security breaches and password resets. Faster authentication. Biometric authentication can be faster in some cases, but it can also be affected by factors like sensor quality and environmental conditions. Easier to remember. Passwords don't require remembering unique physical traits, but they are prone to being forgotten or shared. Question number 7. Which of the following factors can impact the performance of a biometric authentication system? A. Lighting conditions. B. User's age. C. Internet speed. D. Operating system version. Question number 8. Which biometric modality is commonly used in smartphones for user authentication? A. Retina scan. B. Hand geometry. C. Voice recognition. D. Fingerprint scan. The most commonly used biometric modality in smartphones for user authentication is D. Fingerprint scan. Here's why. Retina scans. While highly secure, they are expensive and not widely available in smartphones due to technical limitations and potential user discomfort. Hand geometry. Similar to retina scans, it's not as common due to technical challenges and less accuracy compared to other modalities. Voice recognition. While gaining traction, it can be susceptible to background noise and impersonation, limiting its widespread adoption as the primary authentication method. Fingerprint scan. This is the most common choice for smartphones due to its affordability, ease of use, and relatively high accuracy. Therefore, fingerprint scan is the most likely answer for question. Question number 9. Which of the following is not a potential application of biometric authentication? A. Border control. B. Time and attendance tracking. C. Online shopping. D. Healthcare records access. The one that is not a potential application of biometric authentication is C. Online shopping. While it's true that some online retailers are experimenting with biometric authentication for payments, it's currently not a widespread practice. This is likely due to several factors. Security concerns. There are concerns about data privacy and potential misuse of collected biometric information. Technical limitations. Not all devices have the necessary hardware for biometric authentication. User adoption. Some users might be hesitant to use their biometrics for online transactions due to privacy concerns or lack of familiarity. Therefore, while the other options are valid applications of biometric authentication, online shopping is currently not a common use case. Question number 10. What is the term for the process of capturing and storing an individual's biometric data in a database for future identification? A. Authentication, B. Identification, C. Enrolling, D. Verifying. The correct term for the process of capturing and storing an individual's biometric data in a database for future identification is C. Enrolling. Here's why. Authentication. This refers to the process of verifying a claimed identity. It involves comparing a user's current biometric data with their previously stored template, enrolled data, in the database. Identification. This refers to determining an individual's identity without them claiming it. It involves comparing a user's biometric data with a database of many individuals' templates to find a match. Enrolling. This specifically refers to the initial process of capturing and storing a user's biometric data in the database. This data becomes the reference template used for future authentication or identification. Verifying. This is similar to authentication but often used in a broader context, not necessarily involving biometrics. It could refer to verifying any claimed information, not just identity. Therefore, enrolling accurately describes the process of capturing and storing biometric data for future identification. Question number 11. Which biometric modality is based on the unique patterns of blood vessels in the palm and is used for secure access control? A. Palm print, B. Ear shape, C. DNA matching, D. Gait recognition. The correct answer is A. Palm print. The biometric modality based on the unique patterns of blood vessels in the palm and used for secure access control is A. Palm print. Palm print recognition is a reliable biometric technology that captures an image of the palm's veins and lines, which are unique to each individual. This method is often favored for its accuracy and security in access control systems. Ear shape, B, DNA matching, C, and gait recognition, D, are also biometric modalities used for identification and authentication purposes, but they do not rely on the unique patterns of blood vessels in the palm. Ear shape recognition uses the distinctive features of the ear, DNA matching compares genetic material, and gait recognition analyzes an individual's walking pattern for identification. Each of these modalities has its own strengths and applications in the field of biometrics. Question number 12. How does iris recognition differ from retina scanning in biometric authentication? A. Iris recognition uses visible patterns while retina scanning uses invisible patterns. B. Iris recognition is less accurate than retina scanning. C. Iris recognition captures the blood vessel patterns in the eye, while retina scanning does not. D. Iris recognition is faster than retina scanning. The correct answer is A. Iris recognition uses visible patterns, while retina scanning uses invisible patterns. Iris recognition and retina scanning are both biometric authentication methods used for security purposes, but they differ in the way they identify individuals. Iris recognition focuses on the visible patterns present in the colored part of the eye known as the iris. This method captures high-resolution images of the iris to create a unique biometric template for each individual. On the other hand, retina scanning involves capturing the unique patterns of blood vessels located at the back of the eye, which are invisible to the naked eye. Retina scanning technology uses infrared light to create a detailed map of the blood vessel patterns for authentication. One key distinction between iris recognition and retina scanning is the visibility of the patterns they use for identification. Iris recognition relies on the easily visible patterns in the iris, while retina scanning utilizes the intricate and invisible patterns of blood vessels in the retina. Another point of difference is the level of invasiveness, with iris recognition being a non-invasive procedure that simply requires capturing an image of the eye, whereas retina scanning involves exposing the eye to infrared light for capturing the unique blood vessel patterns. Both methods have their strengths and weaknesses in terms of accuracy, speed, and user experience, making them suitable for different applications based on specific security and convenience requirements. Question number 13. How does behavioral biometrics differ from physical biometrics in authentication? A. Behavioral biometrics require physical contact with the sensor. B. Physical biometrics are based on inherent physical characteristics, while behavioral biometrics are based on actions and habits. C. Behavioral biometrics are more secure than physical biometrics. D. Physical biometrics are easier to forge than behavioral biometrics. The correct answer is B. Physical biometrics are based on inherent physical characteristics, while behavioral biometrics are based on actions and habits. Here's the differences between the two. Physical biometrics measures inherent, unchanging physical characteristics like fingerprints, iris patterns, facial features, etc. Requires direct contact with a sensor, fingerprint scanner, facial recognition camera, for identification. Examples: fingerprint scanners, facial recognition, iris scanners. Behavioral biometrics analyzes personal actions and habits like typing patterns, gait, voice, etc. Can be captured passively or actively depending on the technology. Examples: keystroke dynamics, voice recognition, signature analysis, gait analysis. Therefore, physical biometrics rely on what you are, while behavioral biometrics rely on what you do. Here's why the other options are incorrect. A. Behavioral biometrics do not necessarily require physical contact. Some methods like voice or gait analysis can be done passively and remotely. C. Security is situational. Both types can be secure, but behavioral biometrics may offer an extra layer of security as they are harder to forge. For example, mimicking someone's voice is more difficult than replicating their fingerprint. D. Difficulty of forging depends on the type. While some physical biometrics like fingerprints can be forged with advanced technology, behavioral biometrics can also be susceptible to spoofing if not implemented securely. Question number 14. How does vein pattern recognition differ from fingerprint recognition in biometric authentication? A. Vein pattern recognition requires physical contact, while fingerprint recognition does not. B. Vein pattern recognition is less accurate than fingerprint recognition. C. Vein pattern recognition captures vein patterns beneath the skin, while fingerprint recognition captures surface patterns. D. Vein pattern recognition is faster than fingerprint recognition. The correct answer is C. Vein pattern recognition captures vein patterns beneath the skin, while fingerprint recognition captures surface patterns. Here's the differences between vein pattern recognition and fingerprint recognition. Vein pattern recognition scans the unique patterns of blood vessels beneath the skin, typically in fingers or palms. Uses near-infrared light to capture the deoxygenated hemoglobin in the veins. More secure than fingerprints as veins are internal and harder to forge. Less affected by cuts, scars, or dirt on the skin compared to fingerprints. May be slightly slower than fingerprint scanners. Fingerprint recognition scans the ridges and valleys on the surface of the skin, typically on fingertips. more established and widely used technology, generally faster than vein pattern recognition, can be affected by cuts, scars, dirt, or moisture on the skin, more vulnerable to spoofing with fake fingerprints. Question number 15. What type of biometric authentication technology scans the unique patterns of blood vessels in the palm for identification purposes? A. Fingerprint scan. B. Palm scan. C. Hand geometry. D. Iris scan. The correct answer is B. Palm scan. However, it's important to clarify that palm scans specifically for blood vessel patterns are more accurately called palm vein recognition technology. Here's why the other options are incorrect. A. Fingerprint scan. This captures the ridges and valleys on the surface of the skin, not the blood vessels beneath. C. Hand geometry. This measures the size and shape of the hand, not the specific vein patterns. D. Iris scan. This scans the colored part of the eye surrounding the pupil, not the blood vessels. Palm vein recognition uses near-infrared light to capture the unique pattern of blood vessels beneath the skin of the palm. This technology offers several advantages over other biometric methods. High security. Vein patterns are internal and difficult to forge, making it more secure than fingerprints or hand geometry. Contactless. Palm vein scanners don't require touching the device, improving hygiene and user experience. Accuracy. Vein patterns are highly unique and offer high accuracy in identification. Question number 16. Which biometric authentication method relies on the physical characteristics of a person's hand, such as the size and shape of the hand and fingers? A. Iris scan. B. Signature dynamics. C. Hand geometry. D. Voice print. The correct answer is C. Hand geometry. Here's why. Iris scan. This method relies on the unique patterns of the iris, colored part of the eye, not the hand. Signature dynamics. This analyzes the way someone signs their name, focusing on behavioral characteristics rather than physical features. Voice print. This captures and analyzes the unique characteristics of a person's voice, again not related to hand features. Hand geometry. This method measures the size, shape, and proportions of a person's hand and fingers, making it the only option directly related to the physical characteristics of the hand. Hand geometry authentication is a less common biometric method compared to fingerprints or facial recognition, but it offers certain advantages. Non-invasive. No direct contact with a sensor is required, improving hygiene and user experience. Relatively inexpensive. Technology is simpler compared to other methods. Uniqueness. Hand geometry is unique to each individual, providing good identification accuracy. Question number 17. Which biometric feature is commonly used for unlocking smartphones by scanning the unique patterns on a person's fingertip? A. Facial scan. B. Hand typography. C. Fingerprint. D. Voice print. The correct answer is C. Fingerprint. Fingerprint recognition is one of the most popular biometric features used for unlocking smartphones due to its uniqueness. Everyone has unique fingerprint patterns, making them highly reliable for identification. Accuracy. Modern fingerprint scanners offer high accuracy in recognizing fingerprints, even with minor variations. Convenience. Fingerprint sensors are integrated seamlessly into most smartphones, making them easy to use for unlocking. Security. Fingerprint data is stored securely on the device and protected with encryption, making it difficult to spoof. While other options like facial recognition and voice print are also gaining traction, fingerprint recognition remains the most widely used and trusted biometric feature for smartphone unlocking. Question number 18. What type of biometric authentication technology captures the unique features of a person's eyes to verify their identity? A. Iris scan. B. Hand typography. C. Voice print. D. Facial scan. The correct answer is A. Iris scan. Here's why. Iris scan. This technology captures the unique patterns of the iris, colored part of the eye, for identification. It offers high accuracy and security due to the complex and unique nature of iris patterns. Hand typography. This term doesn't exist in the context of biometric authentication. It might be a misunderstanding of hand geometry. which measures the size and shape of the hand, not eye features. Voice print. This captures and analyzes the unique characteristics of a person's voice, focusing on sound rather than visual features. Facial scan. This technology captures and analyzes the facial features of a person for identification. While commonly used for authentication, it relies on features like the shape of the face, eyes, and nose, not the iris itself. Question number 19. Which biometric authentication method analyzes the unique patterns and dynamics of a person's signature for authentication purposes? A. Signature dynamics. B. Palm scan. C. Facial scan. D. Hand geometry. The correct answer is A. Signature dynamics. Here's why. Signature dynamics. This method analyzes the way a person signs their name, focusing on aspects like pen pressure and speed, stroke direction and angles, rhythm and timing, overall shape and consistency, acceleration and deceleration patterns. Palm scan. This method captures and analyzes the unique patterns of blood vessels in the palm of the hand. It doesn't involve signature analysis. Facial scan. This method analyzes the facial features of a person for identification. While signatures can involve facial expressions, the primary focus is on the written signature itself. Hand geometry. This method measures the size and shape of the hand and fingers. It doesn't analyze the dynamics of a person's signature. Question number 20. How does voice print technology authenticate individuals? A. By scanning the blood vessels in the hand. B. By analyzing the physical attributes of the hand. C. By capturing the unique tone and pitch of the voice. D. By measuring the patterns in the iris. The correct answer is C. By capturing the unique tone and pitch of the voice. Voice print technology, also known as voice biometrics or speaker recognition, works by enrollment. During enrollment, a user speaks specific phrases or sentences into a microphone. The system extracts features from their voice, such as pitch, tone, cadence, formant frequencies, and other subtle variations. These features are then converted into a mathematical representation, known as a voice print, and stored securely. Authentication. When the user wants to authenticate, they speak again into the microphone. The system extracts features from their current voice and compares them to the stored voice print. Verification. Using complex algorithms, the system calculates a similarity score between the current voice and the stored voice print. If the score is above a predefined threshold, the user is authenticated. Therefore, unlike the other options, voice print technology focuses on analyzing the unique characteristics of an individual's voice, not their hand or iris. While not as widely used as fingerprint or facial recognition, voice print technology offers several advantages. Non-invasive and convenient. No physical contact is required, making it user-friendly and hygienic. Continuous authentication. Voice characteristics can be analyzed continuously during a conversation, adding another layer of security. Unique and difficult to forge. Unlike passwords or PINs, voices are difficult to replicate, offering better security.